What up, YouTube? Making a little update video for our rollout. Heading to Kansas City, Kansas for Christmas. I don't get my kids until after Christmas, so I figure why sit around here. I'm gonna go out to my buddies and help him with this build. He's got a 1930 truck, Ford truck. It's been chopped. He's channeling it and all that shit. So I'm gonna make this update here and make some videos of his ride. And I'm trying to get him to start making update videos so everyone can watch it. See if I can get him to do that. So got everything all packed up, ready to roll. '41 just sitting in the garage waiting to get worked on. When I get back, my buddy that owns that shop that works on cars, he's gonna make those trailing arms for me. I'm gonna tattoo them for the arms, and I'm gonna get that back together when I get back. I'm gonna make this intake when I get back. It's kind of dark in here. And finish up my wiring. I'm gonna install that Cree LED bar. I don't know, you guys didn't get to see that. I got that in. Here it is. Your 52-inch Cree curved LED bar. So I'm gonna mount that right up there when I get back. And start fitting the hood. Put the floor back in it. Got to weld my exhaust tips on and kind of block off that part back there so the exhaust doesn't come back up through there. I'm gonna go get Hard Life tattoos in the window there. Put that in there. And yeah, after that I'm gonna decide what to do in here. I've got my speakers and everything, so I'm gonna install my subs, make an amp rack behind the seat there, mount my amps, fill in that little gap there with sheet metal, and then finish dynamite and everything. Dynamite that side, the firewall, the doors. Figure out what I'm going to do with this dash. I need to take it for a test ride and see if that dash actually will read the miles per hour, since I'm not using the ABS module. See if that works. Make my wood floors. Install my seats, which I just kind of have over here, just sitting around. And I need to go up north and get a snap top made by my buddy that does interior. And yeah, we'll be rolling after that, man. So I just wanted to make a quick update there, and I'm going to be showing you guys a new build that my buddy's doing. So hopefully I can get him to start making some videos of his progress, because he's doing it more traditional. He's putting bags in the back, but the front, he's putting the straight axle out in front of the grill and stuff like that. He's going a lot more traditional with his, so it'll be a good alternative to my build for the guys that are doing traditional rods. So that's it, man. What up, YouTube? Made it to Kansas City, Kansas, to my homeboy's house. It's the day after Christmas. I'm gonna show you what he's working on. Here it is. Say what up to YouTube, fat bastard.
What's up, YouTube?
What is it?
Well, I got a 1933 Ford truck. I got the cab and the window, the bed, the grill, the dash. Got it all for $2,000 from a guy who in Oklahoma didn't tell his wife that he was building, so they had to work that out. So since he already had chopped it 4 inches, didn't chop the doors, didn't chop the window. There of course was no frame, so I'm hand doing the frame. Learned how to frame build from Randy Lipscomb, Louisville, Kentucky.
And what's this? You're doing a straight axle on this one, right?
This one's a straight axle, so I had to buy separate frame horns here. And the frame horns were a little tricky for me. This is actually the second time that I did the frame horns. If you see down here, there's a little notch, and I was really going crazy about trying to make this look aesthetically pleasing, and the notch and everything. So I left it because I've got these shock towers, which I've never seen guys do. If you look on other videos and stuff, a lot of guys will go ahead and finish this out. You know, and it's a lot of work in fabrication to cut this and fill it and all that. So I left the little notch, and I've never seen anybody do it because the shock towers actually fit right where the notch is gonna be. So it's almost stupid to cut that out.
Sure do.
This is a drop front axle kit that I got from Speedway Motors. Online, they're based out of Nebraska. Pretty quick shipping, it gets here real quick, about a day or two. This bolts under this cross member. Now, what you need to realize with these cross members, a lot of guys will overlook this. I've got my cross member tilted back, and the reason I have it tilted back is you have to have a 5 to 8 degree caster on your cross member, and what that does is it kicks your front end just like it would on a motorcycle. It rakes it. You know how you have to have a rake on a chopper because you don't want it up under you. You can't steer it.
Yeah.
So I had to put an actual 8 degree tilt on this. Now I went with a 7 degree, not 8. I'm sorry. They recommend 5. I went with a 7, and the reason I went with a 7 is I got airbags I'm running in the back, and you know there's going to be times where I might inflate the airbags enough to get the back end up, which will give me a negative caster forward anyway. So I just figured 7 degrees, and then I can play with it with my airbags.
Nice. Let's check out the back.
The window here. This was a tricky deal. When you do these windows, my recommendation would be to actually just cut. Don't get fancy with it, and just cut the window in half. Because when you have the window, this is already chopped 4 inches. The window was bigger than that, so you can't fit it. So what I did is just cut it in half, and then you actually fit the window, and then you cut out however much chunk is left over. So you overlap the top, and you cut out the chunk, and then you weld it back. So this window I lucked out. It has a built-in hinge on it. There's all types of weird hinge systems, so this is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was good.
That has a built-in hinge. Back again was designed by Randy Lipscomb, Louisville, Kentucky. This is his design. Came out of his rat rod, who of course is filming this. Same design you did, Randy. It's just I went ahead and yours was bigger. You had a bigger notch. A bigger notch. I did a smaller one because I got the Ford 9-inch.
And you got your own bed sides, and I built one. That's why.
Correct. Yeah. So same. Your design. You designed that. Went ahead and bought these from a place out in Arizona. I actually found them on eBay. So this was $149 kit, and it's 4-link rear suspension, same thing that you have. They sent the brackets, the links, cut the size.
And that's what I'm doing now, because that's what I fucked up. So now I'm in the process of doing the same shit he's doing.
Yeah, $149. You and I had the conversation. You didn't know. We didn't know if the bushings or what, so it ended up coming out better.
Cool. And what do you got? A Ford 9-inch?
Ford 9-inch rear.
Oh, it's nice out.
Nice.
Yep.
Damn, it's nice.
Sorry, YouTube. Family was here, so we had to say goodbye. Anyway, Ford 9-inch. I bought this, $150. It was completely a mess. I had pulled apart. That's another whole entire video to make on how to. And I'm sorry I didn't get that on video because that was some stuff to learn.
Yeah.
So what I did is I had to pull the whole 9-inch part down to the case. I had it sandblasted and painted, which was kind of early, but it was so dirty I just wanted it done.
Yeah.
Even though I'm gonna grind and reattach stuff, but at least some of it's done. I ordered all these bolts, all these bolt kits. They're all from Speedway, of course. I went ahead and painted this. The inside's been redone. All the bearings are changed out.
Man,
All this brand new.
I can't believe how big that housing is compared to mine, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
490 is supposed to be the best. The reason why people use them, well, for this application, I know exactly why they use the 490. It's just because the wheels, the axle length is perfect for this build. It literally, when you put these wheels on, they're literally a ½ inch away from these
the
bed
spacing.
sides.
Yeah,
So
the spacing.
People use them on these hot rods, and I think it's because of the size and the length of the axle. Not to mention, it's supposed to be the strongest axle on the market. People use them for race applications and everything else.
Show them what you got. Bags down there, right?
Got bags. These just came in.
Double set.
Got these bags, double stacks, about $60. This whole kit, again, eBay, comes with the hoses, comes with the fittings. You can compress these down to 3 inches.
Which is what I got to do
they're,
with mine.
They're going to go back here. Same thing that Randy did. And I'll have what they call a axle behind mount. And then I've got the same L bracket that he had that goes all the way, or L channel that goes all the way across. So I'll show you videos of that coming up. Here's some more stuff. Randy, I don't even think you've seen these yet. These are spindles.
Yeah,
The spindles here, there's all types of bearings and stuff that you go. Of course, my favorite people, Speedway. And I'll tell you why I like these guys. I've actually sat on the phone with these guys for hours and hours, and they will walk you through every single piece. I've never seen a company like that. It's unreal. So
Nice.
here's the rotors. These go into the front. They actually slip over these. The rotor will slip over this. This is the kingpin that
Nice.
attaches it to the whole.
See, I don't.
the
It's
whole
new to
front.
me because I've never fucked with no straight axle front end.
Yeah,
It's
straight
awesome.
axle front end for me.
Looks dope.
Randy's car will ride a hell of a lot better. It's going to be a way better car to drive in. Mine's not going to be, but it's a straight axle and
But it looks dope.
It looks cool.
Nice. What about the tires and shit?
Tires here are. So I found the wheels for a guy. I'm here in Kansas, and there was a kid whose dad had an old Model A, and they had these tires. They didn't want to the wheels. They didn't want to run them.
Nice.
Those are real live 1936 16-inch
Wow.
bent spoke rims. I took those, sandblasted, powder coated, the works. I did work on them. I bent them. I trued the spokes. I ground the lips down, and then on top of that, I got the 700. I think they're called the 700-16 white wall tire from Coker. That's a 4-inch white wall, and the total tire size is 31 inches tall.
That's a bad motherfucker.
Monster
too, man.
tire. It looks
Look how
sick.
big it is.
Just
This is as big as my 24s.
yeah, they're sick. So that's where I'm at now. I got the bed kind of put together. This isn't a final assembly on the bed. This is a mock-up assembly for the bed. The other thing that I do, if you guys look, this helps out a lot. Again, this came from Randy, real knowledgeable dude, filming of course, is we used boards.
Hell yeah.
So instead of mounting your tire on there and getting the tire mounted and because every time you do that, you're busting threads and
Yeah, totally.
wallowing out holes and you're wear and tearing your tires. So what we do is straight board. We just
Nice.
mount the board to here. It's exactly the ride height of the tire, so we know exactly where my ride height of my tire is. I didn't make it as wide because there's no reason for it, and it makes a great stand for your Ford 980.
Yeah,
And
and you know that's fucking. I
stands
used
up.
those rims that I had for mock-up, but them fuckers that same problem. They kept rolling and shit. Like when you start fabricating that stuff,
Yeah, there's
they'll
no-
start rolling on you, even though you block them up and shit. It's a pain in the dick. So that's
this
a really
is
good idea.
Perfect to do.
That is perfect.
And we came up with that because I told Randy, I said, I actually came up with the idea that I was going to use wood. I told Randy I was going to cut out round
Yeah.
circle wood, and Randy's
Yeah.
like, why make it circle? Make it square.
Yeah.
Best idea because
I know. I wish I had fucking did that. I might do it when I go home because I got to tear my shit apart when I get home.
the other thing
and
Randy
redo my
came up
shit.
with
My links.
when I was here by myself, you kind of get set in motion, in one motion, and it helps to throw these ideas with a buddy. If you're building a car, it's a great idea to have a buddy or several other buddies get in on it because their ideas, they might be in a different range or different idea than you are in. I always get stuck in my ideas, and my idea was
Fuck yeah.
I had to have this frame up in here. And I don't know why, I just wanted it up in there. And Randy was like, well, why would you do that, dude? If you bring the frame underneath it, it'll look lower. The back of the truck will look like it's got a little more girth to it. It's just a way better idea. Hadn't even thought about it. It's the
Yeah.
most simplest thing in the world. I hadn't even thought about
and it
it.
looks badass from the outside.
Yeah,
right
so
here.
it eliminates a lot of problems we were going to have. One of them was mounting the 4-link. It
Yeah.
eliminated an issue we were going to have there. The other issue it eliminates is now that this frame is lower, when it attaches to this frame that's under the truck,
Right.
there's no up and over. It's just straight.
Yeah, straight
It's
into
going to
it.
be this. It'll basically be like this. Here's the back. Here's the front. Bam. It's just going to
Yeah.
lay
Straight
right
into
on
it.
top.
Yeah.
Very easy. I don't have to come up and do a lot of cutting and fab. And
It's gonna be dope too. So you're gonna drill holes in this frame, these frame rails too, right?
yeah,
And-
when I'm done getting it all situated, we're gonna do holes just like I have in my
in your front. So
and like I have on my shock tower. Yeah,
so you'll see a bunch of holes punched in that down there to get painted.
Yeah,
It's
there's the
fucking
other
nice,
thing
man.
we did that Randy kept wanting to do on his build was that we made our own
Yeah,
tank.
man, and I should have did that.
So
on
this
mine.
right here is the back frame piece. So what this will do is this is going to be my very back piece on my frame. So we went ahead and finished off the edges, and we'll tap it and put some valves and stuff in there.
Yeah.
And now the air tank is going to be part of the frame.
Yeah, which
and,
is great.
You know, that again eliminates
Yeah.
all types of
Fuck yeah.
space problems.
Because I got a
and
huge
everything
fucking
else,
tank up
so.
at mine that takes up.
Again,
all kinds of space,
Randy's
man.
idea. Like I said, I'm lucky to have him to bounce these ideas off of.
Yeah.
I'm lucky. I know not everybody has a Randy, but it's a good idea, like I said, to just even involve your dad, your brother,
yeah,
whoever,
man.
to just throw an extra idea. It might be a dumb idea, and you then throw it to the wind, but it also might be something that'll take you off in another direction and make things easier.
Fuck yeah.
So
Nice. That's it.
that's
the
it,
truck.
YouTube. Thanks. I'll try to post up some videos.
Yeah, start making some
in the
videos,
build.
fucker.
All right.
Peace.